Hi, it's Lisa here, and this is my second blog about getting braces in my 50s. I've had them on for about 10 days now, and I thought it was about time I reported back to you about my little journey so far. I was offered two types of braces, Invisalign and the clear ceramic fixed type, which I'm wearing now. I chose these because I thought they would work better with my lifestyle. My teeth problems are probably quite minor compared to many people's. It's really minor crowding, but it has been getting worse over the years, and I felt I should do something about it now. My main problem has been that I have a phobia of the dentist, so it's taken a while to get around to it. On the day that I had them fitted, I was feeling a little bit nervous, but not that nervous because this is self-inflicted. I pressed the button on this treatment myself. It wasn't anything that anyone else told me to do. I'm doing this for me. When I got to the surgery, my dentist, who is absolutely brilliant, he explained what he was going to do, and he proceeded with gluing on the brackets, and then he did something called interproximal reduction, which is a kind of a filing between some of the teeth that to basically make a little bit of space. So in my case, I'm having my teeth brought out a bit at the sides. I'm having the lateral incisors, which are the two next to the big teeth in the front, brought down, and I have a horrible little cross tooth down the bottom there that has been driving me mad. It feels terrible, and I'm having that straightened as well. So I hope that this will do the job, and apparently it's going to take 6 to 7 months for the main part of it, and I might need a little alteration or extra treatment on the tooth down there because it is quite problematic. So the appointment itself lasted 90 minutes. It was totally painless. In fact, it was probably the best dental visit I've ever had in my life. I wasn't frightened, and there was no worry at all. I was expecting to get a great deal of soreness, but to be honest, apart from a little bit of sensitivity, a tightening feeling, really a pressure feeling later on that evening, I really didn't have any problems at all. My daughter, who'd had braces herself as a child, said to me that I should probably take some paracetamol or ibuprofen, something like that. So I did before I went to bed, but actually those are the only tablets I've taken throughout the treatment so far. So I think I've probably been quite lucky with that. The only other kind of irritation I've had is a bit of soreness within the cheeks where the brackets rub. And I should say, with these clear brackets, they do to me look like they're slightly bigger than the metal variety, which they're very similar to. And I do kind of feel that I've got a bit of a pout thing going on there. They do sort of protrude a bit. But other than that, really no problem. And I've got some here, wax that I think we're all given when we get braces. And my dentist gave me the best advice, I think, going, which was not to wait for the sore to develop, to make sure that when you feel the irritation, you use this, certainly in the first few days. And then that will stop the sore developing, because once it develops, it will take up to a week apparently to get better. So it's well worth using this. I would say though, as time goes on, maybe by sort of 5 to 7 days down the line, it's probably a good idea to start leaving the wax off, to try and rough it up a little bit, the surface of the inside of the cheeks, because at that point you do want to start building up your cheeks a little bit so that it doesn't feel so sore in future. My main disappointment, to be honest with you, was the fact that my dentist had to glue on something called bite blocks. They're little bumpers, little round bits of filling compound, white filling compound, onto the bottom of a couple of my teeth. I think I've got one on my premolar here and on an incisor on this side, because what happened was when he glued on all the brackets and put the wires in and things, my top teeth were touching some of the brackets, which could damage the brackets and also my teeth too. And with that, you can probably tell that I am speaking a little bit peculiarly, and that's because I can't actually put my teeth together, which is very annoying. I am getting better, but I do have a lisp, which is a bit of a pain because I'm sure I didn't have one before. But the saving grace on that is that I can't bite my teeth together, and so I don't get the terrible soreness that a lot of people get when they accidentally chomp together in those first few days. It is quite painful when the teeth start moving, because they're obviously not used to doing that. So that's bite block. So a lot of people do have them, and it's definitely worth bearing in just knowing that you could have to have them. Apart from that, really the cleaning has been an important part of making sure that everything stays healthy, and I thought I'd share with you some of my little tips, some of the things I found. I've actually gleaned a lot of them from other people's blogs online, which have been terribly useful too, but I will just go through them very quickly. So I have all manner of toothbrushes. I've got an electric one. I have a little tiny thing here which is great for getting around the brackets, because that's really important. A smaller, it looks like a child's toothbrush, but that's very good for getting underneath the brackets and over the top. I use them all together, all at the same time, all together in one go. These are for my teeth. They won't be useful for everybody's, but these kind of go in between, so they're almost like dental floss. They do a dental floss type of job. The only thing with dental floss for me is I can't actually get the dental floss in at the moment because my teeth are too close together. But they do, this is an Oral-B one, they do some great dental floss here, which you actually thread under the wire, and then when my teeth have opened up a bit, I will be able to floss in between each one. So they're really good. Obviously mouthwash. And one thing I will say is that when I do eat something, if I'm out maybe, I always swish out with some water, particularly if it's coloured food. I should say with the clear ceramic braces, the one main drawback is eating highly coloured food can stain the little elastic bands that go around the brackets, and also I've got a white wire. I could have had a normal wire, which I might do down the line just to try it out, but I thought this might be a little bit more invisible, but they do stain terribly. The worst culprit is turmeric from curries. So it's best to not have curry at all, I'm told, because within seconds it will stain and you won't be able to get it off, and it would be really annoying if you had to wait 6 weeks before you had a wire change to get rid of that. The other thing is acidic foods. I don't tend to, I eat really well anyway, and I'm not giving up anything. So if I have fruit or a smoothie or something like that, I will brush my teeth before I have that type of food, and then if it's a long drink that I can't drink all in one go, I will swish it out with sips of water in between. And that goes the same with any coloured food like tomatoes or something like that clearly will make a difference over a period of time. I just swish it out, have that with me when I'm eating and after a meal, and I swish my mouth out and swallow it. That's that really. My other massive saviour is this thing here, which is a water pick. I'll show you what it does. It is like a jet spray for your teeth, and it's amazing. You can do all the brushing and mouthwash and everything that I've mentioned, but if you use this, you will be absolutely amazed what comes out. And unfortunately, when you do eat anything, you do get an awful lot stuck in the wires and the brackets. So that is I don't think this is a water flosser, water pick. So there are lots on the market. You can get them on Amazon and all those sort of things. So that's that. As far as eating is concerned, yeah, it's really tricky to begin with, but a few things I found. First of all, I eat lots of nuts, and it was quite horrific for me, the thought that I might not be able to have any nuts for maybe 6 to 9 months, because they unfortunately can crack take the brackets off and things like that. So I've got this mortar and pestle, which I haven't really used since I was, I think, chemistry at school or something, and I'm not a great cook, so I don't use them for cooking. But you can crush your nuts and anything else that you want to put in there that's a little bit difficult to chew. I have found, because my teeth are still really tender, there are many foods that anything crunchy is out of the question really, and I think you have to be very careful with that in general, with any type of types of braces anyway. So I've modified my diet quite a lot, but I haven't gone without anything, and I'm determined I'm not going to. The general advice when you first get your braces is to live on mashed potato and foods like pasta, which to me are just awful. I hate that sort of stuff. So, you know, obviously you can have them, and they probably are quite nice, you know, to some people, but I have actually written up the menu that all of the foods that I ate over the last 10 days, and my next blog I will be publishing those, because I think that I'm not a great cook or anything like that, but there are many foods, really healthy foods, that you can eat, and you shouldn't really go without anything, and certainly you don't need to live on mashed potato and pasta. That's just awful. One final thing, I did check this out with my dentist. Coconut oil. Google pulling, coconut oil pulling, and the idea is you put a big blob of this, it sounds awful, around your teeth after you've cleaned them, maybe late at night, and you sort of pull the coconut oil through the gaps in your teeth, and over a period of time, first of all it's meant to make the teeth strong, and it gets rid of plaque and any build-up that you have around your teeth and obviously around your braces, and it's meant to be very good. I do actually spit it out. You're supposed to do it for around 20 minutes, which I've never managed. I think that's rather a long time. You keep it in your mouth for 20 minutes. But I also do put a blob of this in my smoothies every day because I like to do that. I should also say I've lost 3 pounds in a week. I haven't given up anything at all in my diet apart from tea and coffee, because again I felt that I drink so much tea and coffee, I thought they would stain the braces, but that has been more horrendous than having the braces fitted. It's been absolutely terrible, but I'm through the end of it now, and I think I'll continue with that because I do feel a lot better. And I've also given up processed sugar. I mentioned before I still eat fruit. I don't believe in cutting out groups of foods, just as long as you're careful and maybe eat acidic foods all in one go, and make sure you clean your teeth before you have them, and then don't clean them until maybe an hour or so later. I always do the water thing, make sure I have plenty of that to try and get rid of as much of the acid as I can. So I think that's it. As I said earlier, I will be putting up another blog very shortly, probably in the next 5 or 6 days, with my list of foods that I've been eating the last 10 days, which I hope will be helpful for other people. But until then, thanks for listening and looking, and I'll see you soon. Take care.